9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, I'm Tim Robinson, Editor-in-Chief of Aerospace at the Royal Aeronautical Society, and with me is our current President, Dr. Alisdair Wood FRAeS, who is our outgoing President.
Yes, not quite yet though.
Not quite yet.
Yes, soon to be outgoing.
Alistair, great to have you back on Aerospace NOTAM, a special episode. For those not familiar with your presidential year, we're recording now, just about to kind of go over to your kind of last month, as it were, and handover. What happened in the past year? What did you set as your presidential focus and themes when you took over? Around this time last year.
It was, yes. I had two themes. Firstly, people in aerospace, and the other was safety enables, and using safety as an enabler to develop technology and promote technology. Both of which I'm very passionate about, and it's been a great year on both subjects.
Okay, brilliant. It's been a whirlwind year. You've just been sort of telling me earlier about how many things that you've been packing in. What's been the highlights?
To talk about,
can you narrow them down?
With extreme difficulty. There have been so many. It's been a fantastic year. The year started presenting Flight Lieutenant Colin Bell his fellowship certificate. He gave a fireside chat at 104 years old.
Wow, yeah.
Absolutely superb discussion with him. So that started the year, and it's just been a great year ever since. The People in Aerospace Conference, which we'll talk about a little later on, no doubt, was a highlight. But also, it's just been so varied. The air shows are always going to steal the imagination, but so many great branch events, conferences, seeing parts of the industry and the sector that I wouldn't otherwise have got involved in was eye-opening, but also incredibly good fun.
Okay. Favourite moments, visits, people? Would you like to pick out your favourites?
I think it'd be a bit unfair to pick out some favourites because there were so many. Needless to say, going to the air shows in Dubai and Singapore is always going to be something special. They were fantastic, very different in character. But they were fantastic events. Very warm, both of them.
Yeah.
Humid, both of them, but very enjoyable.
And also going out to see all our branches. There's there's quite a few branches, weren't there?
Yes, that's right. And it was great to do and see the branches over in those two locations, as well as some of the European branches as well. So I've been able to get out and see some of the non-UK branches, which again has been great fun and thoroughly eye-opening, seeing how they do things. No two branches are the same, and that's one of the delights about the society.
And obviously you've been involved with the society for a while now, but did it sort of surprise you, the kind of breadth and meeting all these different people, as how sort of extensive it is?
I think I was expecting a lot of that.
Yeah.
It went further than I had anticipated. The society is incredibly impressive. Just the international recognition and just how many people know about the society and deeply respect it. That was really heartwarming, and it was just something I really enjoyed having those conversations with the various people in their own domains and their own specialist subjects. Wow.
Okay. And for those of the people who don't perhaps know, the President is also. It's essentially a volunteer role, and you've got a full-time job as well. So as well as travelling around the world, going to air shows, going to our branches, delivering lectures, you also had a full-time job as well. How was that? Did they give you enough time off?
No, is the straight answer. It was hard, without doubt. It's been a challenge right the way through the year, keeping the day job, moving on and developing. We're in incredibly busy times. The whole sector is incredibly busy. A lot of it's driven by international events, and keeping the two in balance has been hard work. A lot of weekends have been used, a lot of leave periods have been used. I wouldn't change that for the world, but it has been a challenge right the way through the year.
Okay. And for any young, for our younger members who might be watching this and might be thinking, "Gosh, how do I get to be RAeS president?" What advice would you give on the career path and sort of, I don't know, I suppose making the contacts, networking, passion?
Yes, passion is a word I use often in this. For young people, following their passion is advice I always give. Follow something that they really enjoy and they can put their whole heart into. Get involved with the society is another way. It's worked very well for me. That naturally then feeds into the networking side of it. Come to society events, they're great events. I was speaking to some young people last night at the Alan Bristow lecture. Dare I say it, I'm learning as much off them as they are off me. In fact, maybe I'm learning more from them than they do from me. But just having those conversations and then finding out what they're doing, particularly students doing things like PhDs, absolutely fascinating.
Brilliant. Okay. You hand over to our President-elect, our President-in-waiting, Professor Malcolm MacDonald, very shortly. What advice or tips have you got for him for his presidential year?
I don't think I actually need to give him much advice. He's a very experienced person. I just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Do as much as you can within reason, and manage your diary.
Yeah.
One of the big challenges of this role is to say no. Everything looks so attractive to do. Really want to contribute out there. So some hard decisions are needed about what you just physically can't do.
Okay.
Enjoy it and then get out and promote the society.
Enjoy it and pace yourself, I suppose. Yeah.
Yes, that's a good expression. Yes.
Did it go quicker than you thought?
Oh, it's gone far too quickly. I cannot believe it was almost exactly a year ago now that we had the AGM, followed shortly by the banquet. It's just been a blur. It's gone far too quickly, and if anything, I would like to improve upon would be just make it go a bit slower.
Okay.
Savour it a bit more. But it has been, it's been a very full-on year.
All right. Well, I mean, so again, for people who perhaps don't know about the presidential cycle, there's a president-elect, but there's also immediate past president.
Yes.
You're not off the hook there. What does being immediate past president mean? Are you going to be involved in the society in some way?
Very much so. I'd like to develop it, and I've spoken to Professor MacDonald and Malcolm on this before now. How we can carry on the themes from this year. The themes are far too important just to let drop after one presidential cycle. Carry on those themes, carry on engagement, and I'm more than happy, and we've discussed sharing the burden throughout the year when logistically it's not possible. And I would like to see the President-elect and past President all contributing to that presidential cycle, and then maybe we can do more of the events than I've been able to achieve this year.
Fantastic.
And get out there a bit more.
Yeah, so we'll still see you around and about at these events.
You're not going to get rid of me that quickly.
Well, one event coming up, obviously we've got the annual banquet coming up, the official handover, that's coming up in just 2 weeks, and obviously the AGM as well, but your People in Aerospace conference returns in July as a one-day event. Can you say something about that?
Not a great deal, still in the planning stages, but it's great to see that back on the agenda and continuing the themes that we started discussing. Really important developments in our area. BSI are introducing a new standard on mental health, for example, which is hugely important for our sector and dealing with some of the issues and challenges we have with people and keeping people fit and healthy in what is actually a safety critical sector. So I'm delighted that we still have the people in aerospace on the agenda, and we're carrying on those discussions and carrying on contributing to our sector.
And that mental health, I think there was a mental health workshop we had, which was like a sellout. It's a hot topic at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, yes, and that preceded our People in Aerospace conference. We had a mental health day last year, and you're right, it filled the room and a huge online presence as well.
Okay.
Just highlights how important that element of our sector is.
Okay, I mean, would you do it again? Would you recommend it?
I'd certainly recommend it. Yes, I'd be delighted to do it again. I think it'd be a bit selfish if I were to. It's been so enjoyable, yes, and there's so much I haven't been able to do. that I'd really love to give another go at, but in practical terms, Malcolm will come in, and then Professor Ray after Malcolm, and they'll carry on.
Okay.
We'll carry on the flying the flag and the banner and promoting the society.
Okay. What's next for you in your day job? Your day job involves safety.
Yes.
What's next for you professionally?
We're always enhancing our safety management activities. That never stops, and that will carry on developing, particularly in Leonardo helicopters, where I am. There's always more we can do. I've had a great insight into a number of areas throughout the year. I'll be bringing a lot of that knowledge back into the company, and how we can do things better and promote safety in a much better way.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was at iTech the other week, and I had to go with one of the virtual trainers and managed to put out a fire in a virtual Wildcat while sort of starting it up, which was in VR, pressing the right buttons, and we did. I think it took a while, but it was a very innovative technology.
Yeah, and new technologies are coming along that we can use them to illustrate safety and methodology, and then train our people better.
Okay. So as we're recording this, it's coming up. The summer is the Farmer Air Show. It's our show season in July. Anything you're most looking forward to at the show?
Very much looking forward to the show. Meeting up with some of the people I met throughout the year in places like Singapore and Dubai, carrying on those conversations. I think Farmer will be very different from those two air shows, as all air shows are different and they have their own unique character. Very much looking forward to being there and participating in the conversations.
And obviously the society will have a stand there at the Farnborough Air Show. We'll be there in the force. Aerospace magazine will be out there covering all the news, and we'll also be active in the careers and the STEM stuff going on. So if you want to go and see us, Farnborough is the place to be.
And it'll be worth saying that we're also involved in the tech zone in Riyadh as well.
Yes, we are.
So carrying on that engagement.
Brilliant. Okay, so coming to the end of the questions here, raced through them. You've also been recently elected Honorary Vice President of the Guild of Aviation Artists, which is dear to close to your heart, and I think it's highly appropriate, given the Society's motto is to advance the art and the science. So you just expand on that a bit more. How does one influence the other?
Very much so. I love aviation art. It is unique, and I look back at all those influences that art has contributed, right the way from the posters, those wonderful posters in the 1920s when aviation was still in its infancy, right the way through to space exploration, and even airfix. Those pictures on the boxes for the airfix models. Other models are available. I think it's the current expression, but just how that influenced the future generations. Space is a really good example where the art in the space race helped gain public acceptance, and quite frankly the huge amounts of money that were put into that operation. So art has been hugely influential in our sector, and I do feel it is a somewhat neglected area. And it's great to be, it's an absolute honour to be elected to participate, and I look to supporting the Guild as they carry on through their work, particularly in their summer exhibition.
Brilliant.
Coming up in early June.
Do you paint yourself? Do you sketch?
I'm afraid my talent is more in the appreciation than the hand skills.
Okay. Well, wise answer then. All right, yes, okay. Well, I mean, we've come to the end of the show now, but I would just like to say from myself, from the aerospace team, and probably from the wider society and membership, what an absolute pleasure it's been having you as president.
Thank you.
It's been such a delight to kind of follow you around, cover you on your events and your lectures, around to air shows and stuff, talk to you all the time. Get an insight into what's happening with safety and things like that. And in that on that note, we have a little kind of we've now got a tradition here of a parting gifts to our outgoing president. So if my lovely assistant here will just come into shot, and we think this might be apologies for the M&S food bag. But you're talking about art and space.
Yeah, wonderful.
So yeah, art, space, and a space race, and how one influenced the other. So thank you very much for your time, and good luck.
Well, also thank you to the staff. I mean, the staff have been absolutely amazing, supporting me throughout. And when you say you followed me around, I'm not sure it's in quite that order a lot of the time. But yeah, thank you. You know, your support during things like air shows and everything else has been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
And, I think we worked really well together.
Yeah.
It's been an enjoyable and informative year.
Definitely. All right. Well, thanks very much, and good luck for the future.
Thank you very much.